The children were the first to notice a thump, 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 thundering beat below the sand. The first worm split the sky like black lightning as it leapt overhead. Worm by worm, they rose from the desert, migrating. Every storm season, we each hope to be chosen. We arrange ourselves in lines across the desert, arms lifted to the sky. Anyone may enter the mall. We are all equal under the great worms. The worm lord towers above the dusty earth. Its flesh becomes the sky. Our pathetic shells cannot follow, cannot reach its height, cannot reach its depth. We offer ourselves to the ground. We beg our sacrifice accepted. The dust was choking. Our eyes reddened and watered, but the truth was inescapable. The veins of the Atlas had surfaced. Now with every storm we beg to be chosen. Arms to the sky, faces to the dirt, calling out with all we have. When heavy raindrops hit the earth, the veins of Atlas answer. The rapture of our consumption is beyond words. We tumble as it swallows, but grit the slick walls as best we can. Oh, to reach the gizzard still awake. Breathe it deeply. How our lungs gurgle. The slime clogs our nose and stings our eyes. Though in the warm darkness, we are already
Well, hello
alive.
everybody. Expedition 4 is out, so let's go ahead and get started with that. This was a very long video for me to put together, so I will tell you, a lot of time was taken to put this together and this whole expedition. There's a lot cut out. Just like all expeditions, you start with like the beginning of the game when you wake up. Everything is randomized. Your character is randomized. The payload of your character is randomized. The weapon is randomized. Any items on your weapon is usually randomized. The only things that are not randomized are going to be the items you get within this expedition. As you can see here, I unfortunately started out unlucky. I started out underwater on the starting planet. Some tips and tricks I would refer to you guys to do in these expeditions is, I don't think I showed in this, is to go through your phases. There are 5 phases. Go through the phases, see what you need. One thing I did make a mistake on, this planet is perfect for the bones. I didn't get all the bones. So I actually had to come back to this planet and get the rest of the bones. So anytime you get an expedition that requires bones, go ahead and just get all the bones if you're on a planet that contains it. Right now I'm just scanning to bring in some sort of units, because you do need some units. And then, just like all other expeditions, of what you will need is collect carbon, collect ferric dust, collect all that stuff. The shaking of the screen is from the Titan worm. There are Titan worms you do run across in here. In this video, I do end up getting a few on video. Collect your storm crystals. Storm crystals are good for selling, just to get that extra money. So get as much of them as you can. That way you can sell them. Like I said, this has been cut down a lot. It's 4 hours of video I had to cut down. What I'm looking for is where I'm supposed to go. Now, it does say I have to hunt, which means if you look, I did see one, that red icon, it's Titan Worm Burrow. That's what they mean. I don't know if you're going to see one because I'm in a storm. One of the, you do see the shadow. That's the shadow of a Titan Worm. On my way over there, as you see, I'm just collecting a bunch of carbon, oxygen, everything I can get a hold of. One of the achievements in this expedition is to walk 3,000, I think it's meters, in severe storm. So, do not jump, do not use your jetpack. As you see, when you get close to the barrow, that little egg thing, that lets you know you're close to a burrow. When you do get close, as you see, I got smacked. You get the little baby worms. Those are the baby Titan worms. You do have to kill them. They're not bad. They are relatively easy. One other suggestion I can hint at is upgrade your weapon and your shields. You do need them later on. Like I said, one of the best hints I can give you is to look through all 5 phases. See what it is you're going to need during these phases. And because at some point you can start doing that while you're approaching that and knocking out the phases. Like one of the milestones is you do have to kill so many of these baby worms. I think it's 36 of these. There's about 5 per burrow you come across, so go ahead and just kill them. I end up doing 1 or 2 extra, and that gave me my 36 and caused me to get that badge. As you can see, the beast awakens. Milestone. The first phase in this is really easy. Just go visit the milestone, find your crashed ship, get your crashed ship running, and go to your first rendezvous. I mean, see, you see the milestones just popping left and right. The first phase, you can usually get that complete, or at least on this one, I think I got it complete in about, I don't know, 20 minutes of gameplay, and I was done. As you see on the side, I do put up there all the milestones I did get as I come across them. Now, when I got to 4, I kind of got lazy in there because that was a lot of work to put those in there. 5, I just flat out didn't do it. So, but please do as much scanning as possible. Like I said, the first planet in this expedition are the burial sites. You need 16 bones. The downside to it is 1 bone takes up 1 inventory slot. They don't stack, which sucks. But the good part is that in turn gives you the units you will need to be better well off, so that you don't have to keep hunting down a lot of stuff. You can just go in and buy it in the trade terminal. So I made the mistake. I collected a few and it's like, oh, okay, I'll run across another one. You actually do not run across another one, so you got to go out and hunt around the planet. Everyone realized you should just collect that all on the first planet. That's something Hello Games does do, is they'll put something later on down in the phase that you could complete on the first planet. Now, you do not have to complete these phases in order. You can complete them in any order you want. You just have to complete all the milestones within that phase. When you do complete it, this stuff is completely transferred over to your other saves. So, like I said, there are some really good items they do give out in these that you can only get from the expedition. So, well worth it to go through and get that done. As you see, you need a terrain manipulator, so go ahead and get that going. Embrace the Flames, that was a milestone. I think phase 3 milestone right there. You have to take damage from the heat. Well, you're in a storm, you're going to take damage, let your shields fall and let yourself get hit, let your health get hit, and poof, you get the milestone. Like I said, there is another one, 3,000 units. in extreme weather, which are extreme storms. So as long as you move 3,000 feet, you're good. So that's always good to do. As you see, I had to get my terrain manipulator because it's the only way I'm going to get these bones. Like I said, the sad part is they want 16, but each bone takes up 1 inventory. As you can see, you do get a chance of running across a rare bone, which does give you a lot of units. These bones do give you a lot of units. I think if you collect all 16 and then go to the space station and sell them, don't quote me on this, I think you can end up with like 3 million units. Easy. Easy. It's probably a little more, depending on what your luck is with the rare bones. If you get more rare bones, they usually sell for about 1.2, 1.5 million. See, if you see off to the side, that is a Titan worm. They are massive. They make you look like you're a little ant, which is awesome because when you start off, you get one that jumps right over your head, and you're just like, wow. The nice thing with this expedition is when you do complete it, you do get a Titan worm as your companion. Nice thing Hello Games did with the worms on one of their updates is they do fly. So yes, you got a rideable companion worm that flies. So good way to go fishing. There you go. You got your worm for fishing. But yeah, like I said, just don't worry about too much of the necessity stuff that you would normally kind of get in a regular playthrough. As you see, there are 5 phases. So, I mean, as you see, I'm completing one right now, and it's leave the planet. That simple. Leave the planet. In doing so, you just get a milestone. Like I said, this first phase, as you see, you can get it in about 15 minutes of gameplay. Now, if there's something on there, like I said, check all your phases. See what you need. If you can start getting ahead and getting them, start getting ahead and getting them. One thing I started not doing, which this one kind of forces you at one phase, which is simply put, the derelict ship. Well, you need a transceiver for that. Well, one of your rewards and one of the milestones is the transceiver. So, there you go. And right now it's telling me to build a hyperdrive because the other achievement in this, leave the system. I said this first phase was really easy. It was to find the Titan worm burrow, find your ship. What was the other one again? Leave the atmosphere into the ship. Then warp to another system, and then get to the first rendezvous. That's it. That's all phase 1 is. That is pretty much, if you've played the game for a while and you understand the concept of the game, you should be able to at least get the first phase done in about 15 minutes. Like I said, unfortunately with this one, you kind of want to stick around on that home planet so that you can get the derelict bone, or the bones, because you need 16 bones. A nice thing to do is what I did: go up to the space station, sell your bones. I mean, look at that, 90,000 units for that one bone. 430, 120,000, and look, see, I'm rolling in the units right now. That's more than enough units to complete a expedition. I think, nope, not yet. And just think, about 800,000 units, 16 bones with just 6 bones. Yeah, you're looking quite near 1.5. If you're really lucky, you can get 3 million units. Easy. Just by finding bones. So, as you see, I'm working on getting the hyperdrive put together. Once I get the hyperdrive put together, I can complete the other milestone, which is leave the system. So, as you see, getting that together and getting ready to take off and go to hyperdrive. When I do this, you want to follow the expedition. We'll make sure your thing is set to expedition route. So, as soon as I leave the system, poof, I left the system. Going into the next system. Phase 1 is done. It's that simple. It's that fast. Which makes this one really nice to get through. I've noticed the last 2 expeditions, not including this one, have been really easy. They give you 4 weeks to complete these, which is more than enough time. So they are thinking about casual players. Let's see, my last one, reach rendezvous 1. There you go. That's it. That's how simple those were. My last one's get to the first rendezvous. It's 2 jumps away. So I do recommend every time you jump to a new system, go to a station in the expedition. The reason why is you can upgrade your suit. You are going to need some suit capacity because you don't know what you're going to need and what you're not going to need. I found out at the end I was collecting much resources for an item that really I don't need. Another thing I noticed in this expedition, you can call the anomaly. Whether you can import some of the stuff you got from like Twitch drops or the other expeditions, I don't know. I didn't try. Because my goal was to complete this expedition as quickly as possible, because that's what you do in these expeditions. Just complete it. Go to your main game and bring in all the stuff you completed in these expeditions. The best part is you get a little badge and everything and decorations for your wall mount. Now, the one thing I did realize when I was looking through this, you do need the larva cores. And in this expedition, all your rendezvous points are in an abandoned, as you can see, that's an abandoned factory. That's where you're going to find the larva cores. Collect them. You need 16 of them. Do not, and see, as you can see, rendezvous 1, 5 things. Poof. First one. Phase 1 complete. I mean, can't beat that. That's awesome. That's how quick it is for phase 1. Now, the larva cores, you need 16 of them. What I would recommend, get your 16. Save 5 of them, because you do need 5 of them for one item you've got to make. There are multiple different ways to do these. I end up doing the first person view on this because I can easily grab them and go, because yeah, those creatures will kill you really quick. I think I died 2 times, but you need 16 of them, so grab them as quickly as you can and get out of there, otherwise you will be screwed. As you see, I made a mistake, so you'll see a quick jump. So get 16 of them, save 5. You can refine the other. So since you need 16, refine 10, keep 6. Like I said, you do need 5 of them for one of the items in this expedition. I didn't know that, so I actually had to go hunt for another abandoned factory. And yeah, that was fun, trying to find an abandoned factory. Luckily, someone put a save beacon or something right there next to an abandoned factory and let people know. So you can go there, get your 5, and build that one item. In this, I never did. You do get some ship storage upgrades. I never did use mine. So it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. But you do have to keep on top of your inventory in these expeditions. You do not get a whole lot of inventory, you know. Some people turn around and start searching for a better ship to start warping further and further. Don't rush it. Go to each star. Like I said, you go to a star, go to the star base, upgrade your inventory. Something else you can do, since in this one they allowed you to call the anomaly. Go to the space station, upgrade your suit, call in an anomaly, and upgrade your suit again. There's 2 inventory slot upgrades right then and there. As you see, I did make it all the way to the Rendezvous 2. I didn't show all the little stuff I did, like upgrading my suits and visiting space station, anomaly, and all that. I didn't show all that because that's kind of tedious. Luckily, this one had an icon. It's not the normal icon, which is kind of weird for the Rendezvous 2. So I think this is where there was a kind of a glitch or an error or something going on with the game. But it does get fixed when I go further on in the game. So like I said, I'm on my way to Rendezvous 2 to get it done, get it over with. So, go to Rendezvous 2. I forgot what the rest was for Phase 2. Your longest phases in these expeditions, I found out, is Phase 1, 2. See, there's a Titan worm right there. Told you, I got a few footage of them Titan worms. They are big. They are beastly. As per my intro. That is actually lore that is found in this game. As you go through this expedition, you do get lore. And you can read it. As you saw, I already did that for you. I went over the whole lore at the intro of this video. So now you know the lore of the Titan worms. See, Rendezvous 2 and Embrace the Flames. Got to embrace the flames from the first planet while I was doing Phase 1. But yeah, again, your longest phases are going to be Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. As you're going through completing those phases, if you're paying attention to Phase 4 and Phase 5, most of them are going to be, simply put, doing something during your phase endeavors. So, with that being said, by the time you get through with those 3 phases, you probably have 1 or 2 milestones in 4 and 5, and you're done. When I hit Phase 4 took about 5 or 10 minutes. I was done. Turned around, Phase 5 took 5 or 10 minutes. I was done. As you see, I got all 16 Whispering Eggs. It's not that hard. You can usually get that in 2 sites. Just be careful. Just make sure you get those larva cores. If you do not get those larva cores, you will not get credit for it. As you saw when I was scanning down the next burrow, because you got to visit all 5 burrows, you saw a little egg thing right there, the little egg thing. If you've ever done a living ship, that's kind of what it looks like. So you're searching for them. Don't get so close with your ship, because the little baby worms will come out and you do have to kill them. So the best part to do with these larva cores is to go ahead and recycle them, get some nanites, because like I said, you're going to need some to do a derelict freighter, because you're very underpowered to doing them. In these expeditions, Hello Games does amp up the enemies. So don't think, oh, well, these are pushovers because I did them here and here. No, they do amp them up. And of course, when they're derping you as much as they are to complete these things, and they're giving you a time limit, yeah, you feel very overwhelmed when they do that. Like I said, I'm approaching this burrow, and any minute now, there they are. Those are baby Titan worms. You have to destroy 16 of them. Unfortunately, to get it, you do have to destroy the babies. As you see, when I destroy them, there's a little egg thing that falls. You cannot get that yet. You have to get a special item to receive it. I think it's in phase 5. You have to collect 3 of them. The item you need in order to collect them is what you need the 5 larva cores for. So that's why I say keep 5, so when you get it, you can make it. It's not hard to make. It's really easy to make. As you can see, their mouths are pretty ugly, so why would anybody want to get swallowed by them? I don't know. But you'll see when I come up there. Visceral synthesizer. You do not get that until phase 4 in the completion. See, Titan Worm right there in front of me. They are popping all throughout this expedition. Every Titan homeworld you go to, they are going to pop. As you see, I got resist flames, 3,000 units. Okay. Basically, it only will start counting when a storm is in. So if a storm's not in effect, it won't start counting. You don't have to do it consecutively because you can't get 3,000 units consecutively. So one of the things I did do is you need cursed dirt. Went ahead and gather that. That's another item you need in that visceral thing that you do eventually get. Is you do need cursed dirt to get it, to make it. So I would advise collect the cursed dirt, keep it on you because I think it uses the full 315 cursed dirt. As you can see, I'm getting for it. I'm close to it, and poof, phase 2 completed. I mean, this one, the phases were not that hard to complete at all. As you see, it'll come right across, say, phase 2 completed. And I got the cursed dirt. So, poof, phase 2, or as they call Hunt 2, completed, which is great. Now you do, as you saw on there, when the badges for each phase, Hunt 1, Hunt 2, Hunt 3, and Hunt 4, Hunt 5, you do see at the bottom, that's an extra reward you get. So just keep that in mind. Those are the rewards that you can take across to your other games. Like I said, a lot of them are really cool. A lot of them suck. The fleshy ropes, refine them. They are completely worthless except for as nanites. You do need the nanites, like I said, to upgrade a lot of your equipment. So take the fleshy ropes and just start refining them like crazy. Because I tell you what, you will thank me because you will have more than enough nanites. Plus another milestone, 4,000 nanites. If you keep doing that, you'll get your 4,000 nanites. Now, it counts the nanites you get. There was another Titan worm. See, when they said it blocks out the sun, they're not kidding. It's blocking out the sun. So you can use the nanites. It just counts when you collect them. So go ahead and collect them. And then use them. It's not going to affect the total. It just wants to know how many you've collected. So getting 4,000 nanites really isn't that hard. As you can see, made it to Rendezvous 3, another abandoned factory. Start collecting those larva cores. And again, with the past 2 phases, you gotta go to a burrow. Simple as that. So, found my burrow. I'm going straight to a burrow. In this one, that's pretty much how it is. You find your burrow, you go to your burrow, you knock out the baby worms, wash, rinse, and repeat again with a little bit of extra stuff. Now, the nice thing I did notice about this expedition, which I thought was really neat, I don't know if anybody noticed, in the badges on this, when you look at when you go into the main menu, if you look at the badges for it, Phase 1 has 1 worm. Phase 2, there are 2 worms. Phase 3, there are 3 worms. Phase 4, there are 4 worms. Phase 5, there are 5 worms in the badge. If you look at the badge, you'll see them, which I thought was really neat and really cool design from Hello Games in doing that. Which actually, instead of you looking for a number, you just count the worms on the badge and you know what phase you're at. So that, I just thought that was a really neat attention to detail they did in the game for this expedition. I don't think they did that for the other expeditions, but this one, that was really neat. I caught on to that they went that little extra mile on that detail of those badges and actually put the amount of worms depending on what phase you were at. So I thought that was really neat. I thought that was really nice. As you can see, third Titan impact done. Like I said, most of these are going to be wash and repeat, wash and repeat, wash and repeat. So I think I do show all 5 badges, but if you look at all 5 badges, you'll see there are literally, depending what phase it is, there's that many worms on that badge, which I thought, like I said, I just can't get over that little bit of detail that Hello Games had put into this one. You can really tell when a developer actually likes their game and devotes their time. They will do little details like that. I don't know if any of the other streamers have actually saw that and noticed that. As you see, Derelict Freighter, just go through. You don't even have to collect everything. I would advise you do it. See? Phase 3, 3 worms. It's cool they put in that little detail into those things. But back to the Derelict Freighter. Just go in a Derelict Freighter, go through, get your things, complete the Derelict Freighter. You get the milestone. Now, this one was really hard for me because the weapon I got I was not used to. I didn't like that weapon, but I'm willing to suck it up, just get this expedition done, because this ain't, I don't keep a lot of my expeditions. I usually dump them and then go on to the next one. So you do have a lot of save slots. I think they're up to 10 save slots, maybe 15, I don't know, don't quote me on that. They did raise them out. The one thing I do love about Derelict Freighters is, you want money, do a Derelict Freighter. You will get tons of units, you will get tons of nanites, you will get a lot of stuff in it. So do them. Just don't question me on that. Do them. They're a good one. They're really quick. Believe it or not, they are really quick. So just do it and you'll be good. As you see, while I'm doing it, I get the, what you call it, the settlement quests. I don't care for that. You know, I'm just trying to complete this expedition. I'm trying to get my stuff. This would be the 3rd one in the road. Like I said, I did not complete the first one. I feel really bad because the first one really did have some good stuff, like a golden vector, which would have been nice to pounce around on the multiplayer servers with. But after that, I told myself, you know what, screw this. I'm getting this done. I'm going to start completing every expedition. There is a possibility they've already got planned the 4th one, which, to me, sorry to say, really sucks. All this stuff I put into this one, and they're already looking at coming out with another one. I do not know if I'm going to do that one, or at least record it and upload it. I do not know if I'm going to do that one. If it's got a lore, I might do a little lore thing for it and dedication to it. Like I said, this was a little over 4 hours of video I scrubbed through just to get this thing where it's at. So that was a long time. It took me well over a week. The intro itself took me 2.5 hours to make. So, see, at first I thought it was right there, but apparently not. Damn worm. See, as you see, the worms are different. They do have, I think Hello Game says there were like 6 different worms, 8 different worms. So, yeah. So, different worms, which is great. Another thing is, you know, you kind of want to keep on tabs, get your stuff. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Someone was calling me, so I had to go fix them out. I'll call them back later. You do get a worm as a companion. Like I said, that's the final achievement. Now, some people don't know this. If you do not complete the expedition, you are not going to get the items that you've already received in the expedition. You have to complete the expedition to get them. So, like I said, this is phase 4. Pretty much almost done with the expedition right now. Just going through, getting everything. See, there's another kind of worm. That is a Titan worm. They are massive, as you can see. There are a total of 8 different body parts. So, you know, or mouth parts. Bodies will depend on the world that they're on. So, and this one's super smooth. The one before it was a little scaly, like a millipede. Let's see, played the 4th one. Like I said, these are relatively easy to get done. So next one, this is where the ancient bones came in. I was kind of ticked off. It's like crap. So I had to go through the first one and do that. The view the planetary. I think that one was pretty much go to a planetary archive. And if I am correct, see, stupid Titan worm has to come in and crash the video. And I think there was one they automatically give you, or if I am correct, I think I popped 2 charts. Now see, there's another Titan burrow. I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and hit it. I need so many baby worms to kill, so I went ahead and was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and kill these bastards. So, as you can see, going through, and I think on this one I did get that milestone. I can't remember. So, but I did keep in the video, as you saw, I'm keeping every time my milestones pop, so that you know, hey, look, I got it. Yeah, see? Oh, 36. Yeah. Easiest one. Like I said, you go into each one, so you're getting it done. So as you're getting it done, just go through. Like I said, keep it going. I think this is when I stopped doing the things on the side, so because it was starting to get long, I was getting tired, it was getting tedious, and I was like, oh crap. So, but I do end up finding a archive, which is one of the things you do have to find. You have to find an archive. If I was correct, I think it was the 2nd planetary chart. Minor settlement detected, and I think, yeah, 2nd time popped it. Archive. Colonial outpost signal. There you go. 2nd time. Planetary archive. You need to go to that. So, as you can see, it shows up. So, you just got to go there. All you're doing in this is you're going to the central hub. You go to the central hub. You ask the central hub a question, or basically you extract more information about the Titan worms, what's going on, da 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 da. Like I said, the intro is the whole history. You get these scrolls, and they have part of the lore in there. I think the last one you get, I think, should have been first, and then scroll 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, but as you see, I come into the archive, land, and then go straight up on in there. Yeah, pretty much. Get out. Get back over to it. There is an instance where you go a little further. You have to get some. Then you have to go talk to Polo, and then tells you have to go here. Well, you have to talk to Polo. You have to ask Polo something specific. So, as you can see, come into the archive. Talk to the archive. Like it says. Make sure your milestone's selected so it knows. So, low frequency, seeming expected voice of command, da da da. Lock document requested, override successful, warning significant. Biological entities should proceed with extreme caution. Accessing. Alright, we heard them before we saw them, felt them before we heard them. The children were the first to notice. Again, that goes into the final thing. So, that is in the thing, like I said. As the first heavy raindrop, yeah, this is all in the intro. It's a really good lore on what's going on. So, it's interesting to understand where these worms came from. See, and it goes in, cast their whole settlement into darkness, splitting the sky like black lightning as it left. Again, like I said, this good majority of this is in this intro, which I did work really hard. I wanted to make sure the intro really stood out to everybody. Just to let you guys know, I worked really hard on this to get this together. So, as you see, I'm just going through, reading it, and then I find out, oh, well, all these are in those scrolls we're getting. So, and there's that one, and I think that was it for Phase 4. And then Ancient Bones, 6 of 16, I do get them, and I do complete Phase 4. I think I cut straight to it, so that I popped Phase 4. So, that was a good learning experience there to just go ahead, and I was on the world where I could collect the bones. I should have just stayed there and got the bones and completed that milestone. But I was stupid enough and said, nope. I don't think I did show it. Huh. Thought I did keep that cut. Guess not. Here I'm trying to get larval eggs because I need 5 for Phase 5, which is creating the item. So I'm getting that, collecting that. As you see down there, Rithering manuscript, the cube, the worm folios, you do get all that. See, visceral synthesizer. That's what you need. You don't need that other one. You just need the visceral synthesizer. So don't worry about the Hardell cores. You don't need them. You just need the larva cores, microcomputers or microprocessors, and the dust. That's it. That's all you need to get that. So as you can see, got the microprocessors. Boom, visceral synthesizers made. Now those little eggs that the baby worms chop off, I can collect that. See, another milestone pop, constructed a visceral synthesizer. Now, all I need to do, and this will complete the 5th one, because everything else on the 5th one was already completed. All I need to do is go find a Titan nest burrow. Because there was another part on here where you had to take the dust to Atlas. Easy smeezy, lemon squeezy one on there. Like I said, I just need 3 of those. So, getting a little close to these guys because they're attacking me. So I go up. There's 1. Grab that before it goes in the water. There's 2. And hey, there's my 3rd one right there. Hey, buddy. So, as you see, they do leap at you. And there's 3. 3 vile spawns. Really don't need the rest, so it's like, I'm out of here. And there you go. All 5 phases. Complete. Done. Expedition 4 Emergence complete.